So I should probably be working on Project Mission Impossible's 2-barrel carburetor, but the sun has been out today, and honestly here in North Carolina, I mean, it's been pouring rain for, it seems like, months, and I haven't been able to get Casper to the track. And so I've got this upcoming grudge race with a guy named Uncle Tony of Uncle Tony's Garage for $5,000. And pretty much it's a one and done, off the trailer type deal. And so I thought, well, I need to go to Mexico and see if I can get this thing to go down a semi-virgin road to see if I can get it to hook up. Because Tony is banking on one, either Casper breaking the transmission, or two, me blowing the tires off. So if I can use the progression ignition system distributor that I've got, pull timing out down low, and get the truck off the line, then that means I can make this truck go down any surface, basically using the distributor as like a traction control. So I'm getting to test the theory out tonight and see how well it works. It may or may not work, I don't know, but you know, you never know until you try. I've been out here working with the Dominators today, getting the transfer slot right, because I want the plugs to be clean when we kick them off tonight. And these guys that you're going to see in the video, for the most part, I grew up with them. I went to school with them, and the one common denominator is they all have really bad race cars. I'm not talking, you know, 7th, 2nd, 8th mile cars. I'm talking about cars deep into the 4s. So they know what's up. They're going to be out there, and you're going to get to see Casper maybe have a side grudge race tonight. So it's going to be a pretty interesting night tonight, and come along, because it's going to be fun. So as you can see, I've got the Mickey Thompson 275 Pro radials on it. This is not really the tire that you want on the street, in my opinion, but that's all I've got, so that's what we're going to use. The cow track's there. That setup works great, but I haven't touched the rear suspension on this truck since 2.5 years since it's been parked. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Before we head out, I'm going to do a mail call to Hack's Garage. If you don't know his channel on YouTube, you need to go check it out. He's got a really wicked 68 T-Bird with a 521 big block. Member of the Tunnel Ram Mafia. That's something that I dubbed since I'm into tunnel rams. But he is a member of the Tunnel Ram Mafia. Go check out 2 Hack's Garage. Let's head to Mexico. Well, it's the next day, and that was a complete beatdown. DEBO handed Casper his butt. Now, I would like to have a million excuses, but ultimately, it was my fault. If you look at DEBO in the video, that truck dead hooked. Now, we're talking about on a night that was like 30 degrees outside, and yeah, pretty much a semi-virgin road. Interesting fact about DEBO. DEBO has a bit of history and connection with Unity Motorsports Garage. In fact, the engine that's in that truck is pretty much a duplicate of what was in this truck before. It actually has my heads, valvetrain, lifters. The short block is pretty much the same, and cam is just a touch smaller, so it's pretty much the same setup to the 393 that I had in Casper, and that thing runs, okay? That was his territory out there. But all is not lost. I actually learned quite a bit by doing that last night with Casper. If you notice in the video, I actually tried to pedal it. The one thing about a radial tire that I know from my experience is once you lose it, it's almost impossible to get it back, if ever. The tire that I have on Casper is not the right tire choice to be out there on the street, because that was pretty much like a chip seal finish on the road, and real loose, just not good for hooking. I went back and actually made a second run after that and just rolled into the throttle real gentle and kept it on the tire. And then when I made the 1-2 shift with the C4 in this thing, it's so violent, it just kicked the tires and then started another John Force burnout in second gear. So this thing is making a good bit of power, even though I tried to tame that power. Let's talk about what I did. Some things that wasn't in the beginning of the video. I actually moved this rod here to where it would really only get about 3/4 throttle opening, and I delayed the secondaries to where most of the primary is open before secondary action starts. So I tried that, thinking that that would help, and pulling timing out the way that I did, it didn't help. Pretty much I pulled 6 degrees of timing out of this thing. It didn't care. It was just going to light the tires up. So I've got my work to do. I'm actually going to take you on another drive and let you see some of my draggy numbers. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come up here, make a turn, come to a stop, and I'm just going to roll into it, short shift it, and then let it run out in second gear. So as you've seen by the little footage that I took and the draggy information, this thing is actually pretty decent. I've got to figure out how to launch this thing, because this thing is making the power to make some killer ETs at the track. I've just got to do my part, and Casper's definitely got to do his part. So I got to give a huge shout out to Sammy for last night, for helping out, flagging us off, and sorry about that, Sammy, didn't mean to get close to you. But you guys and gals need to go over to Boost Is My Friend YouTube channel. He's got a lot of really good racing content. You'll like it. If you like what I do, I know you'll like what he does. Got a really bad Foxbody with an LS in it, and I can forgive him for that, I guess. I don't know, but it's pretty wicked. Turbo setup. yeah, go check him out. Everyone there last night was super awesome. I got to reconnect with some people that I haven't seen in for years, and just a great group of people, and had a good time hanging out with people in Mexico out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that's what it's all about, just having fun. I've got to get this thing prepped up so that we can take it to the track next to see what it would do on a prep surface. We know what it'll do on the road, which is not much. So we'll take it to the track, shake it down, and then I'll be ready for that race with Uncle Tony. So until next time, this is Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage. I'll catch you later.